for another edition of Knuckle Be Praised Pro Season Action. Season 6, Week 1, we've got our other Ancient Empires matchup set to kick off in just a moment between Kamikozi's Scumdogs of the Universe Nurgle team taking on Predator 1460's Booty Butt Pirates. Chorf team, that would be Chaos Dwarves. I don't know exactly what a Booty Butt Pirate is, nor am I sure exactly what that means in relation to the Chorfs. So we'll just leave it at that. It looks like we've got a sweltering heat to contend with, so that might create problems down the line. Looks like we're about to kick off here, and let's take a look at that. Get that chat rocking. So here we go. We have, looks like the Scumdogs may have the ball first, but I'm not sure who won the toss. There's no inducements. This is week 1, so there's only $10,000, 10,000 gold, excuse me, in inducement money for the Booty Butt Pirates. So they unfortunately were not able to do anything with that. Some interesting skills. Looks like the Booty Butt Pirates has 3 claw pieces, including one with Mighty Blow, a guard Mighty Blow piece, and a, what skill that is? Juggernaut, that makes sense. Juggernaut on a Minotaur, then of course a block Hobgoblin, 2 more Mighty Blow Troll, Chaos Dwarf blockers, and then a break tackle.
Touchdowns are coming.
Sure hands. Okay, a break tackle, block sure hands, Bull Centaur, and a block sure hands, Bull Centaur. So obviously he's going to be using them as the. Okay, so the Booty Butt Pirates won the toss, and they're actually electing to receive the ball. So we will see the Scumdogs get the ball in the second half. As you get prepared here, it looks like the Scumdogs have some interesting characters themselves here. He's got looks like I don't even know what they're called, a Nurgle Warrior with block and prehensile tail. Oh, and the Scumdogs get an extra reroll from the cheering fans. And, ooh, very short kick. Very short, aggressive kick by Kami. I don't know if that was intentional or if he's got something up his sleeve. So right off the bat, it's not going to go anywhere. Block is not going to do anything. But as I said, yes, prehensile tail on the Nurgle Warrior. We've got a Rotter with kick. We've got a Pestigors that don't seem to. Oh, it looks like we got our first knockdown here. Yeah, then we've got a strip ball Pestigore, and we have and then foul appearance. It looks like on the Beast of Nurgle. Is that correct? Yes, and then of course the. Actually, I'm not even sure. Oh, it's Decay. I was confusing, ladies and gentlemen. But yes, the foul appearance, of course, is a very annoying thing. And of course, the big thing with Nurgle is control. If you see those flashing red squares stacked on top of each other, that's the disturbing presence, which typically makes it difficult for you to take agility actions like passing the ball and things like that, owing to Nurgle's reputation for control. Right off the bat, it looks like Cuttlefish of Cthulhu is going down from a Vladimir hit. That's the interesting name for a Minotaur. I'm assuming most of these are generic names on this side, but I am not sure. So it looks like another hit. He's finally going to get Urungus on the ground, but Mighty Blow, non-claw piece, just doesn't do it, ladies and gentlemen. So all in all, even though he's got himself some knockdowns, no pitch removals, no stuns on the first opening salvos from the Booty Butt Pirates. So this is going to be an interesting matchup here, of course. Kamikozi is our resident commissioner here in Nuffle Be Praised, and kind of the the man that keeps it all together here. Ladies and gentlemen, I, of course, am Stymie, the voice of NBP, the NBP broadcast journalist, if you will. Here comes the blitz. Pushes. Another fortuitous goal for Gorgor, the Pestigore. So, pretty aggressive start so far for the Booty Butt Pirates. Unfortunately, no stuns or removals. So, looks like we've got the ball here, and he's just going to retreat back into a wall. Pretty smart maneuver there, because it's going to be pretty difficult to get these Chaos Dwarf blockers down. But I still think he can get in there. That's very interesting. I don't know if I've ever seen a Bull Centaur on Bull Centaur. And right off the bat, we get a really stupid from the Cuttlefish of Cthulhu, which has got to chap Kami's ass. All he needed was a 2 there, ladies and gentlemen, and right off the bat, he rolls a 1. Let's hope this does not portend what is going to happen for the rest of this matchup, because it's going to be a very long day for the Scumdogs if there's going to be a lot of 1 rolling. Dalt is watching while getting them gains in the gym, doing some exercise biking. Very, very good stuff here. So looks like Kami is thinking long and hard about what he wants to do for his follow-up move here. He is a very cerebral coach, probably one of our longest tenured coaches in terms of how long they've been actually playing the game of Blood Bowl. At least, I believe, well over a decade. If not closer to 20 years. He has been a fan of the Blood Bowl for quite a long time. Unfortunately, I don't know about Predator. I don't know how old he is or how long he's been in the Blood Bowl, but great coach nonetheless, having in our UK division or side. Kami is, of course, an American coach, but he is playing in the UK because of a shortage of UK coaches. So if you're from the UK and you're not a member of NBP-Pro.com and you want to try your hand, please join us, because we got a lot of opportunities for European coaches in the ensuing seasons. So looks like Kami gets him. Here comes his blitz. He's going to go with a Pestigore blitz, and those horns are going to come into play here, and this Hobgoblin is going to feel it right now. No stun, ladies and gentlemen. It's pretty interesting here. Almost as bad as Ogre on Ogre is right. That's right, Jim Starner, Bull Centaur on Bull Centaur, Ogre on Ogre. We have all the actions here, ladies and gentlemen. So 2 heads prevails, allows him to get that Rauder, Hans Sphincter, out of the way of Vladimir, the Minotaur. So pretty interesting situation here. So we've got a prehensile tailpiece that's supposed to be good for control. We've also got the tentacled Beast of Nurgle, although he's currently on his back. Very interesting to see what Predator is going to do here in his second turn. So it looks like Kami's built a pretty decent stacked wall here. He's got tackle zones on tackle zones, and he's got line backing pieces. So he's created somewhat of a matrix that will make it difficult. Even if he gets these pieces down, he's still going to have to deal with a backed line. He can, however, cross over the formation to try to go up this way, but he's just going to use all of his movement doing so. It's obvious that the pieces you want to carry the ball with on a Chorf team or Chaos Dwarf team are the Bull Centaurs, but they still don't have a ton of movement. They do have the Sure Feet and the Sprint, so that does help out a little bit in terms of giving them 3 GFIs and the automatic reroll, so they really have a realistic 9 movement, which may present some challenges to the Chorfs. And here we have our first instance of foul appearance, ladies and gentlemen. He rerolls the foul appearance, burns a reroll to get his hands at Balzac, the Jaws of Death. And he's dead, ladies and gentlemen! Balzac, the Jaws of Death, is dead. Do we see Kami use his apothecary this early, or does he just let it happen? He's okay, folks! And he's okay! And actually, I don't know, do Nurgle teams even have an apothecary? If they do, chime in. If they don't, chime in. I'm obviously not prepared for this match because I can't remember. I'm still getting my feet dipped back into Blood Bowl, ladies and gentlemen, after a layoff of many months. No Apo, thank you. No Apo. But he gets the regen, so he's got to be feeling pretty good about that. A regen off death is pretty great. So he'll just be gone this drive, maybe more if the sweltering heat keeps up. I don't know. Oh, it looks like that two-headed rotter. It's in his stomach midway. The second head for the two-headed rotter does appear to be in his stomach. And he's going to hit another one. Is he going to remove another Nurgle warrior? Is Odorous Urungus in danger, ladies and gentlemen? No. Odorous, the late Odorous Urungus, I should say, the late Dave Brocky of Guar, is okay. He's okay for at least a little while longer. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. It looks like we're busted up on double digits on viewers, which is fantastic here at Week 1, Season 6 at MVP-Pro.com. Remember to check out the website for all your MVP needs. That's Nuff will be praised. PlayStation 4's premier Blood Bowl 2 professional league. Again, like I said, this is week 1 of our 6th season, so we've been at it for quite a while, and we've built up quite a history here. So it looks like Predator is content to just advance with a wall, and he's just taking his time. He's not really worrying, and that's the second consecutive really stupid for the Cuttlefish of Cthulhu. That has to really stick in Kami's craw. The Nurgle Warrior, Beast of Nurgle, is one of the most important pieces on a Nurgle team. And to see him do consecutive turns stay on the ground, that's unfortunate. But all in all, still not a bad position for Kami, even though he's down a piece. He's still got that back line. No stuns, and his piece did regen, so no permanent damage there. I don't see how he's going to be able to get to the ball carrier this turn, however. Looks like he's going to have to bide his time and hope some of that Nuffle luck rubs off on Predator and away from Kami. So we'll see what happens. I do suspect that Markan Metal Spine is going to get cracked at some point, though. I do believe Gorgor will probably see Gorgor go after him. But it looks like he's thinking very much. But I don't know what a Chili Ring Wrangler is, so I refuse to acknowledge that I'm no-selling the chat. I've got my eye on the chat, and I am looking at it. I don't know what a Chili Ring Wrangler is. Assuming that's some sort of inside joke to which I am not privy. Chili Ring Wrangler. Oh, okay. I get it. I mean, I don't know that I get it for sure, but I believe that might be a euphemism for something. Okay. Oh, so they were a real team. Okay, this just wasn't another euphemism for butts. Okay. So looks like he's got the hit down, but again, no break. It's very hard to, owing to the thick skull and the armor value 9, to get Chaos Dwarf blockers off the pitch or even stunned. Same thing, AV9 on the Bull Centaurs, AV8 on the Minotaurs. So really, you want to go after those Hobgoblins, but he really only has a couple on the pitch. So, but he's doing his job. He's laying that blanket down and he's trying to control. That's the whole idea with Nurgle is control. So it looks like he's trying to keep them under wraps, but I think Predator is probably trying to get the pieces off the pitch so that he can then make a run for it with his Bull Centaur. Because he only needs to get a couple spaces down the pitch in order to be in scoring position, but he's not going to be able to do it if he cannot get more removal. So pretty good turn for Kami. He did knock down four of Predator's players there, and continued the Maginot line, so to speak, of defense here. So pretty formidable. But I think the key is going to be this Beast of Nurgle. Unfortunately, I don't think the Cuttlefish Cthulhu is going to do very much if he can't get up. So we'll see how that goes. The Beast is more of a lump. They were fan favorites. I'm sure they were. So he's basing Sexecutioner with his other claw piece with a claw tackle piece. Not really gonna have to worry much about tackle against the Nurgle team, but it is what it is. So definitely see Predator biding his time here, trying to figure out what his next best move would be. Like I said, he really, even if he takes down these next guys, Blitz here, he really is going to need to get some more removal or some more stuns in order to make a lane for him to go down the field. Yes, that's right. That's right, Dalt. Absolutely. Lump of Nurgle is definitely a euphemism. Good stuff. I love it. So here we go. Here we go. We see a blitz from the Bull Centaur on the Centurion of Green Pestigore, and he's knocked out, folks. And that might be the crease that Predator needed. So now we've got 2 removal here. We've got a knocked out, and we have the regen death on Balzac, the Jaws of Death. And now it looks like you might see that he's created a wall here. I totally expect to see him kind of screen off this defense here and then run his Bull Centaur down the pitch and make it difficult for the Nurgle team to get there. But not impossible. Even if he goes down there, he's going to have Nurgle players potentially in range that can get to him. So I wouldn't be surprised if you still see him just hang back. But nope, here he goes. Here he goes. There he goes. Nope, not content to go too far. He's just sticking with that Centaur on Centaur formation. Really weird. Kind of also a little uncomfortable that they're facing like that. It'd be nicer if one was turned around maybe, but, you know, this is Blood Bowl. Nobody said it was a pretty sport. So here we go. Interesting thing now. Now, Kami's finally, third turn. Cuttlefish of Cthulhu decides that there's a game of Blood Bowl to be played, and maybe it would be important if he stood up. So now he's tied up, and the great thing is he's got the tentacles and that strength 5. So he's going to tie up as many pieces as he can. That's really your job with the Beast of Nurgle. I mean, he does have the Mighty Blow, so if you can throw a hit here and there, then yeah, definitely do it. But really, his main goal is to tie up a lot of pieces. So, nope, that's not going to go anywhere, owing to the Chaos Dwarf blockers having block. But it'll be interesting to see if he hangs out here or if he takes his free pieces and then puts them here in order to prevent a straight run into the end zone by Predator. A lot of interesting things in the chat there, and that's funny. Kami managing to take his turn and commentate in the chat at the same time. Here we go. Oh, and we're okay, folks. We did not see banana. We did not see nanner peels. Now, I do think we're gonna see a blitz on Marnak Rotten Bowl because he just double based him, and his 2-headed player is open to go and crash down. Actually, he doesn't even have to go that far. He can go here and crash up, and he's going to get the 2 assists, which should give him a 2-die block. Let's see what happens. Yeah, oh, a Horns Blitz. You're right. He doesn't even need the 2 bases with the Horns Blitz. But I don't know if we'll see a Horns Blitz. We might see a Hans Blitz. But interesting.
This player, the attacker, smells.
Oh, is he gonna get? I don't know if he's gonna get a shot on the ball carrier in time. 3 seconds.
Remember,
2 seconds.
to score.
Here we go. He might not even be trying a shot on the ball carrier. 1 second. And the end of the turn. So I don't see. Did Kami blitz on that turn? I don't know if he was able to or if he ran out of time. But still, he's got them decently tied up. It'll be interesting to see what Predator does here. If he just tries to score and then gives Kami all the time in the world to grind the 2-1, which I don't necessarily expect him to do. But at the same time, he's really not going to be in a position to stall very much with only one player pitch removal, and that Beast of Nurgle tying up 3 of his pieces. The Performer is injured, ladies and gentlemen. The Performer is no long-term effect, so let's take a look and see what happens. He failed his regeneration. So even though it's not a long-term, he is not going to be returning. Not a big loss there. He's a 0-6, completely unskilled Pestigore. And Kami does have reserves. He has Rotter reserves, Sluggo P. Martini, and Lee Beto. So, Lee Beto, I get it. Oh, Dub Skulls! But it's okay. The Booty Butt Pirates are running out of rerolls really early in the matchup here. Another stun. Sleazy P. Martini, I believe Sluggo's brother, is stunned now. So we've got a couple of stuns, some pretty fortuitous action here for the Booty Butt Pirates and Predator 1460, excuse me. So, interesting to see where Kami's going to go from here. Like I said, not really any time to worry. No threat here. And it looks like we're going to see a blitz, and then, well, he's not going anywhere now. He was going to blitz, not follow up, and then go down, but it looks like he's going to have to. And this is a player without break tackle. So that AG2, he's probably not going anywhere, folks. He was expecting to get the blitz push off or knockdown, not follow up, and then probably put himself downfield. He is not going to be able to do that. He can risk the dodge, but he can't roll again this turn. So if he risks a reroll again, that's pretty risky. Lucky for the Beast of Nurgle, he's able to survive, and he stands firm, which of course is a huge skill to put on the Beast of Nurgle. That, unfortunately, though, looks like he's going to be down this time. And what do we have? Just a stun, so that's pretty rough for Kami to deal with. He was really counting on that Cuttlefish to stay up to base these 3 characters and keep them from running around. Now he'll be able to double up, lay a hit on Gorgor with another Mighty Blow, but it's okay. It's just going to be a push. So, very, very, very good first couple of turns here. Still anybody's game. Oh, and it looks like, so much for optional stand firm. So it looks like Kami was forced to use stand firm instead of taking the push, which would have pushed him 1 square back. Thanks, Cyanide. So... Alright, looks like we got a Yakuza kick from Sexecutioner to Silver Sword. It's probably going to have to do some Pestigore dodging, which he probably doesn't want to do, but Pestigore's not going to be able to get to the ball carrier, but you'd still probably want to get him out of danger and down here so that he could potentially provide assistance in the ensuing turn here. But don't listen to me, folks. I don't know what I'm doing. I'd like to preface all of my theory bowl with saying I don't know what I'm doing. So, here we go here, and looks like alright. Another kick with a blitz. Now he can move, which is interesting. I expect him to maybe use a GFI and have to... Oh no, instead he bases from the other direction. Very interesting, but he doesn't have guard or anything like that, so he's going to have to... Oh, great one die. There you go. That's the Knuffle luck that we needed to see here. First Bull Centaur taken off his feet. Probably not going to see the red die from Hans Sphincter on Pendrados. But, oh no, it wouldn't be a red die. Just a 1 die. And a 1 re-rolling 1 for Kami. Then a stun. You hate to see that. When the dice are against you, it's very difficult to win a game of Blood Bowl. That's a lot of 1s. So. Still not really sure why that was a 1 die, but maybe somebody can chime in for me because I assumed he's a strength 4 against a strength 3 and he's tying him up, but who knows, maybe I don't know what I'm doing, so Alright, so are we going to see another blitz attempt to get off the ball carrier and run away? Or are we going to see more stalling?
He's looking rather smug for remaining upright. Pride comes before a fall.
Oh, foul appearance. See, that's the thing when you play and he burns his last reroll. So he's got 3 turns left, and he's not gonna have rerolls for them because foul appearance will do that to you. He burnt two of his rerolls on foul appearance, and it's one of those you don't really think about it, but it can be a pretty annoying trait to have to deal with. Pretty annoying skill. So now he's got a bull centaur with a free lane to the end zone. Nobody's basing him. He'd of course have to do 3 GFIs with no reroll though. Sure feet or not, I don't know that I'd be willing to risk something like that. Seems pretty apparent to me that he might be trying his best to burn this entire half. Because then that really puts the pressure on a Nurgle team, typically low scoring, to go for the draw as opposed to trying to eke out the 1. Oh, he's going for it. He scores, ladies and gentlemen. Very interesting to see that he scored there, because there's enough time for the Nurgles to score. Not a ton of time, but there's enough. There's enough time for the Scumdogs of the universe to come back with 4 turns and score, and then get the ball at the half. It's gonna be, oh, that I could have gone without seeing. It's really going to matter what. You know, Bob Costas never had to deal with that, I would just like to point out. So, does he get the wake up? That stinks. Pestigore down. Obviously, the injury is what it is. Now, what's this Sweltering Heat going to do? Let's take a look at Sweltering Heat. So, Hans Sphincter and Commander Zog are down from Sweltering Heat. Let's see anybody over here. Ooh, the Minotaur! No Minnow because of Sweltering Heat, and a Chorf blocker and a Hobgoblin down for Sweltering Heat. So now it looks like 1, 2, is it 3, 6, 7, 8. We have 9 players on one team to 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. It looks like. No, 9-9. Well, enough was anything in this game if not balanced. 9-9, but these Scumdogs have their big man and 3 of their Nurgle warriors, whereas the only strength pieces right now are the Bull Centaurs on the side of the Booty Butt Pirates. So this is going to be an interesting second half of the first half. You like what I did there? So going to be pretty good. Let's flip this view around here over to the offense, and let's get ready for another kickoff here. Yes, the Mighty Blow Claw is down. That is pretty huge. I'm sure Kami is very happy about that. He's thinking about where he's going to take it. Not a ton of movement, but he does have 1 Pestigore. Thankfully, he does have an AG3, Strength 3, Movement 6. He's got a couple Pestigores on the pitch, and those pretty much are going to be your ball carriers. You can't trust a Rodder. I mean, he's got the decay, and he's only got, he's got 6-5 movement, so you're probably not going to chance the ball to him. And of course, your other pieces are agility challenged. So your Pestigore is definitely your dedicated ball carrier on a Nurgle team. So it's good to see Kami's got 2 of those available to him. But on the other side, he still has to deal with a whole host of Chaos Dwarf blockers, including 2 claw pieces, as well as both Bull Centaurs, one of them having break tackle, which can create some problems when you're trying to control. So here we go. Let's see if this kickoff table is going to replace the Sweltering Heat, or if it's still going to be going. So, oh, a changing weather to nice. Huge. So the Sweltering Heat has been broken. So in the second half, we are going to see a full accompaniment of both teams outside of potentially the injured and maybe knocked out player on Kami's side, and of course whatever happens this drive. So he's going to have to get kind of aggressive with it, but he's got 4 turns, but he's going to have to be moving down the field. There's no question about that. So right off the bat, gets a hit there, pushes him back. I'd expect to see Sexecutioner. Oh no, here we go. It's another hit there. So this Chaos Garzak is going to go on his back. But that's why it's difficult. See, unless I play them, then their armor is crap. But most other people play them, and dwarves are pretty reliable to keep on the pitch. Here we go, a Powsy Wowsy. Let's see. Can we at least see a stun? Nah. Let's not be ridiculous. The needing 10 to break armor. I mean, that's pretty rough. Pretty rough. I'm sure somebody can come in the chat and tell me what the percentages are of something like that. But the Beast of Nurgle, he's free. Granted, he's been really stupid for most of the game, so we'll see we'll see if his intelligence picks up any. Okay, here he goes. Wonder if he's thinking about whether or not he should go for that go for it. And tie up potentially to... Yep, he's going to do it. Well, maybe not. He's really thinking about it. He's thinking about how crappy his luck's been so far, and then if he goes for that go for it, he's going to have to pass a loner to get the reroll if he eats a 1. He's really thinking about it. Oh, nope, and he moves the next piece. So, looks like we go here.
I'm just waiting for the players and the coach to do something. Anything! Please, just be into it. Excellent use of his chaotic language.
What happened there, folks? I'm sorry. Was it a failed pickup? All right, Sluggo P Martini needed a 2 because he has flipping extra arms and he can't get the pickup. You know, that's just crap. I mean, you're gonna get 1s, but geez, Kami's certainly gotten his fair share of 1s to start the game. I gotta say that's pretty rough. Yeah, I guess it is a good thing he skipped the GFI, because that would have been a 1 if it was loaded in the tumbler, which is what I think happens. I think it just loads up all the dice before the game even starts and then just hands them out. But I admit I have no proof whatsoever for those claims. Pressure's really going to be on Kami now. 3 turns to score with movement 6. I mean, it's still possible, still doable, but he's going to have to get pretty aggressive and or risky for that to happen. And it looks like Predator is content to just play defense. I don't know if we'll see him take a shot at that Beast of Nurgle. It says RNG is seeded via clock. I don't really know what that means. I don't know if that means it does it beforehand or if it does it in response. Here we go. Alright, so still possible. Still a slim chance for the Nurgle team to tie it up before the half. Let's see what we got going on here. Wow. When it rains, it pours. You know, when Nuffle wants to take a shit in your mouth, he's taking a shit in your mouth. That's happening, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. So, Dub Skulls again, but luckily rerolls into something that gets the player at least knocked down. No removal. Chaos Dwarf, they are difficult to get off the pitch. There's no question about that. Now, will we see the Beast of Nurgle throw a block towards Barkhand here? I kind of think you have to, but I'm not sure.
This reminds me of the time you got bored and chained all the goblin technicians together to create a living mace.
Oh, yeah. Now that was a weapon of mass reconstruction.
Nope. Gotta go with the push.
That's it. Force him back and then pow!
Interesting. Looks like Kami might be altering his which way he was gonna go. I could see him handing off and then trying to hand off here, and then that gets him at least in position with the turns left to make a good shot at it. Yeah, I would expect that's probably what we're going to see.
The blessing of the
Extra
dogs of
arms
chaos
finally kicks
allows
in
this
here.
player to pick up the ball.
Nice handoff to Lee Beto, as expected. And you'll probably see Lee Beto go up a little bit further. Yep. He's in range to get cracked with a GFI by the Bull Centaur, though. So I'm not sure if... Oh, wow! And the third really stupid for the Beast of Nurgle. What a disappointing performance from the Beast of Nurgle. Really. 3 really stupids in the first half is not something. And just an abundance of ones for Kamikoze. But he's got to be risky. Yes, he's opening himself up to a shot, but he knows he only has 2 turns, and the 2 turns in a movement 5, he needs to get down the pitch, and with GFIs. So I still think you're going to see him blitz with that Centaur. But he didn't have much of a choice. Yes, this is one of the worst Beast performances I've seen in a long time. Here it comes, as expected. Now you can move the shirt. Oh no, interesting. It does not take a shot on the ball carrier. Maybe assuming it's smarter to get his hands at the... Alright, there you go. Takes a shot at Balzac, stuns him, and then bases, and he's got his guy back in the line. So yeah, gonna be pretty interesting and hard for... Oh, excuse me, folks. Kami's gonna need a miracle to score
Intimidation is the key.
in the first half.
Strengths when I was still playing. With fists flailing, he's following up, hoping to get the knockdown next time.
Another crack here. He's got to get one of these guys hurt. Something. Even stunned. Man, so tough to break armor on an AV-10.
Is about to get punched above and below.
Is he going to reroll, or he's just going to be content to push the... Yep, just content to push him off the ball carrier.
The easier it's going to be to move.
My yawning was not intentional, folks. I'm gearing myself up to take a nice big nap after the match to check out New Japan Pro Wrestling's Dominion event featuring Kenny Omega and Kazuchika Okada in a 2 out of 3 falls match. So, check that in. Hands back to the formation, back to the extra arms piece. I mean, he can't score, right, folks? He's got nobody in position. So right now he's just protecting against the... I mean, Predator doesn't have anybody across the line either, so... It looks like we're not going to see a Nurgle score in this half. Oh, is that the Beast doing something? Is it the Beast doing something? He's hurting somebody? Oh my gosh. Yes, oh, I'm sorry. And Jericho versus Tetsuya Naito for the IWGP Intercontinental title. Excuse me, Dalt. I apologize. I would never mean to slight the Ayatollah of rock and roll like that. Finally, a stun, ladies and gentlemen. The Cuttlefish of Cthulhu steps up, decides to stop sucking so badly, and stuns Marcan Metal Spine. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, he could still do this. He has to get Karzash down. He can back across the formation, hand the ball off to Gorgor. Gorgor can move the 6, and then he's in scoring range. But he's going to have to survive a blitz. But no rerolls, so we'll see there. Or not. Okay. There you go. Probably just another stun, though. Yep. Unfortunate. So I don't even think with GFI. Oh, maybe with GFIs he can get down there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, he could do it with two GFIs. That's what he's got to do, folks. He's got to hope, because Predator has no rerolls, that he's only going to get one blitz opportunity. So he's only going to get one shot at the ball carrier, and he can't reroll the result. So Kami just needs to hope for anything but a POW and a stumble. And if he stays upwards, then he just needs a dodge to get him, and some GFIs to get himself free. And he does have a reroll. Here we go.
Ball in danger.
Take your pick. But that's what he had to do. It was the optimal play. Even though it didn't go his way, that was the best possible thing to do for the Scumdogs of the Universe. That was the play. Now we're going to get another hit. Oh, looks like just a push. I wonder if you're Kami, if it's almost worth it to try to organize some sort of foul to try to get at least one of these guys off the pitch. That seems like the only way you have a chance of doing it might be a foul, because their armor just seems to be like killer right now. But I suppose we'll see. And the Hobgoblin picks the ball up. Might see a vanity Hobgoblin pass.
Here comes the log.
Disturbing presence, of course. That made that pass. He needed a 5+ for that because of the disturbing presence. So unfortunately, Kami does not have any pieces that have the movement. But he can go after the Bull Centaur here. Here we go. Or a Bull Centaur. I would say, to me, it would be worth it to try to foul that Centaur. I don't know that you're not gonna be able to get very many pieces there. You're gonna get one, and then you could foul with this guy, Lee Beto, who probably has no value, so he's worth fouling with. But I mean, you're probably not gonna see that. Another stun. They're coming too late to help in the first half here. Probably would have liked to see a knockout. Or an injury, certainly. But now he's got 1, 2, 3. Oh, now you gotta do a gang foul, right? I mean, you pull Sleazy P Martini over here, then you got yourself a cocktail brewing. Yes, yes. Lee Beto is going to drop a boot onto Karzak's neck. We all want to see it. And this is strategic. He's got to do this. He's got to try to even these numbers out. Oh my gosh. He succeeds in breaking the armor, gets no injury, and then gets the ejection. Wow. What? What a crap-tacular first half of Dice for Kami Kozi. His reserves will now be awake, I'm assuming, because the sweltering heat is no longer a thing. He gets the Pestigore wake up. That's huge. Pestigore wake up is huge. So we'll see here.
Hey, it's a fresh start. Carnage can start all over again. Possession is the key to winning, which must drive the coach crazy, as his team has just kicked it away.
Refs are biased against league officials, you mean, not towards them. So, oh, that's an interesting defense. I don't know what you call that. I kind of like it, though. I like making nice symmetrical formations on defense. So, 1-0, still plenty of Blood Bowl left. We have an entire half here. So now the methodology is: do you grind the stall? Do you grind the tie, or you try to score in 3 turns and pull out the 2-1 with some calamity? He's thinking about his formation in here and what he's gonna do. MVP, a tie is huge because we use a 2-1-0 score system, not a 3-1-0 score system. So a tie is much more preferred to a loss because you're only at 1 point away from a victory. Whereas a loss, I mean, that really sets you back because of our divisional structure. The division games, then the interconference games, then the division games. So your division matches are weighted with incredible importance because the points that you're giving to your opponents in your division are going to be the people that you're playing against in order to secure that playoff spot. So very interesting. I like Kami's formation here. I don't know what you'd call it. It's almost like a 2-pronged kind of thing. Pretty neat. So here comes the kickoff again. Scumdogs get an extra reroll again. That's the second brilliant coaching they kicked off. Nice deep kick. Nice deep kick here, and let's see how this goes here. Let's see if we get some dang removal here. It looks like we have 11 on 11. Owing to, right? Or is it 11 on? Yeah, because they both had reserves. Yeah. 11 on 11. Big boot. Yakuza kick. Kenka kick. That's right, Dalt. 2 losses can spell your disaster. Can spell disaster in the playoffs. Or even to try to make the playoffs. And the wild card competition is tight as heck, so ties mean a whole lot in MVP over a loss. Yeah, free rerolls. Just Nuffle saying you're gonna need this. How true, Sardonic. How true. Here we go. Oh, Beast and Nurgle. He's gonna put a hitting. Now he's got Mighty Blow, so he might get a little bit help putting this Metal Spine down. Just another stun. Just handing out all the stuns. Thanks for checking in, Rebel. You enjoy your evening. So we got here pretty good opening turn of the second half. He at least got a couple stuns out of the deal. It'd be interesting to see how aggressive he gets with trying to pick that ball up and move it down the pitch. Oh, Pestigore is gonna move back here. I expect he'll probably. He's just screening that out there.
Might have failed the action.
Extra arms kicks in.
Thing.
His mutation, you mean, Bob?
Yeah, that.
I wouldn't be surprised if you see him hand off or pass. Pass, burns up that extra reroll. He gets the catch, alright. Let's hear it for Vanity passing. Sluggo was able to get a level up off that Vanity pass. So, again, I never think to do stuff like that when I'm playing in competition or games that matter. I don't think. I think that separates the good coaches from the potentially great coaches, is the on-pitch awareness to know who has the level ups and where to vanity pass. I always seem to be vanity passed on, but I don't seem to be able to do much vanity passing. And that's right, SPP is the key to the wild card spot, because usually you're going to have multiple wild card teams that have the same overall point total. And in NBP we use divisional record, and then, well, in wild card spot I believe it's just SPP totals if the point totals are tied. Whereas in division head up, we'll use divisional record after point totals are matched up, and then finally SPP. And if somehow all of those are tied, if you have the same divisional record, the same point total, and the same overall SPP, then we play a friendly to determine who wins that playoff spot. So nice blitz from the Minotaur here. Vladimir comes down, drops the horns into. He doesn't have horns, but that's neither here nor there. Oh yes, he does. Excuse me. Drops the horns. He doesn't have mutations. That's why he's garbage. Drops down Balzac. Now, this might have been a trap by Kami to bait that Minotaur in there. Because, again, if he's going to try to pull out the 2-1, he's going to need the major pieces removed from that Chorf team, the pieces that have movement. And I didn't know any better. I believe he might blitz with the. Oh no, here we go. All right, he's going down, folks. Does he stumble, or does he? Yep, looks like he's going to do the stumble. Nothing. He's not even in armor value 8 only, and you can't even get an armor value 8. Oh, and fixed skull. Man, that's rough. Sacrificial minnow. Tommy being incredibly self-deprecating in the chat. I would say he's a good coach, whether he whether he thinks that or not. Oh yes, no question. We are going to see a minnow foul, but you have to. If he can get the Minotaur and potentially one of those Bull Centaurs off the pitch, then that definitely opens up the opportunity for scoring and then maybe wrestling that ball back and pulling out the victory. It certainly is advantageous to pull out the tie, that's for sure. Here he goes. He's fouling with his kicker. I love it.
They are down and surrounded by the opposing team.
Oh, just a stun. Gets the armor break, folks, and then he just a stun. That stinks. But, you know, he's not going to be doing anything next turn, that's for sure. Now that he's stunned, I would expect him to maybe move his Pestigore with the ball behind him and then have those moves. But hell, I don't know. I don't know what he's got up his sleeve, what he's planning. I also don't know what Predator's planning to do to defend, because you don't want to overcommit with your Chaos Dwarves, because they can get out of position really quickly. I mean, they've only got 4 movement. Granted, you got your 6 movement Centaurs with your Sure Feet and Sprint, and your Minotaur is currently stunned. But logical. Tight formation. So, pretty decent screen here. It's going to be kind of difficult to get at that ball carrier. I mean, I think he could if he really wanted to. Probably
right
not.
next to a teammate.
He would put himself hilariously out of position if he did so. He's coming to give the assist here, so, or at least the tie-up, because these guys were on the ground, so he's not attacking with them. Interesting. He'll probably leave his Centaurs as safeties, I would think. Maybe? He definitely doesn't want his minnow to get fouled again, so I definitely could see why he's going to move up. Oh, he's going right after the beast. Foul appearance! Passes the neck, but he's going... Oh, wait. Oh, a Cuttlefish is knocked out! Unbelievable.
He's going to sleep
foul appearance. That's the third reroll wasted on a foul appearance, but he was able to remove Cuttlefish from the pitch. That is a huge loss for Kami Kozi, to have the Cuttlefish of Cthulhu, Beast of Nurgle, removed from the pitch. He was going to use him for control, going to use him to tie up pieces. Now, that's pretty rough. It looks like he takes the other Bull Centaur, goes deep again. He's going to play that deep half to be able to answer and move side to side on anything that's going to happen. So.
He's on him now, like a halfling on a hot dinner.
Damn. But now we're going to see a lot of cracks, because just about everybody's based, except for one Bull Centaur. So we're going to see a lot of violence, bloody violence. Or not. See some pushes. Thinking long and hard about what he wants to do here. Press the door.
That's gonna hurt.
Horns. Can he at least get an AV7 armor break? Okay, alright. Never mind, Nuffle. Cheerfully withdrawn. I think he wants to go for another foul, which I can't disagree with, because he's going to have to deal with that Minotaur if he doesn't. And he probably does not want to do that.
Free as a fart in a thunderstorm.
He's not going to get as many assists, though, unless he brings up Sluggo over to the corner here, and then cracks with Sleazy. Yeah, and then stuns with Sleazy. There we go. Fouling makes the world go round. Will he try and attack before the foul? He's got to do this for big man retaliation. There we go. Wow. Only gets the stun and gets the ejection. That's the second foul ejection out of 3 foul attempts. We've seen other coaches foul 7, 8, or 9 times in a game without running into that unfortunate double dice. And that's out of 3 fouls, 2 of them lead to ejections. So that's tough. That's tough. So now it's the ball is in. Well, or let's say the momentum has shifted back towards the Booty Butt Pirates. So we'll see here. Oh, now he's got a lane around he's got the back door open, potentially. Still would probably have to get Gorgor down, which it looks like you might see this Bull Centaur come down and blitz Gorgor. I would not be surprised. Tough game so far. Oh! There it is, tripwire on the GFI. Wow. Holy opportunity, Batman. Holy opportunity, Batman is all I can say. Wow. That's a tripwire, ladies and gentlemen. It's a tripwire.
This formation gives him a
Yep.
safe progression.
Oh, he's got to use a reroll here.
Lose the ball.
Really? Surprised he didn't reroll that. Oh, I guess he doesn't have to because he can hit him with the Pestigore. Okay.
The fans are ravenous, and so am I. Just one
Now,
more
if he can use Commander Zog. Yep. Here we go. And folks, what was I just saying about overcommitting your pieces with Chaos Dwarf? You cut off. I mean, he does have the Centaur that can go, but he's not gonna have anybody else who's gonna be in position. And if he ties that Bull Centaur up to make it very difficult, and there he is. He just did it right there. So now that Bull Centaur has to go around or waste his blitz, which means you're gonna see this Pestigore run up here and do the GFIs with the reroll, and doing so, he is effectively cut off the pitch because your Chaos Dwarf blockers are not going to get there. They do not have the movement. Your knocked down Hobgoblin is not going to get there because he's going to need to succeed an AG3 dodge from tackle zone to tackle zone and then out of tackle zone. So you're probably not going to see that. This is huge. This is huge, ladies and gentlemen. And your Minotaur's down, so he ain't going to get there. He picks this guy up over here, Sexecutioner, and here it is. There he goes. There he goes. Expect to see both GFIs taken. He's really thinking about it, though. I would think you have to take those GFIs, because if you don't, you're putting yourself in a bad position. Oh, no. Elects not to take the GFIs. Very interesting. Oh, he's not going to, because he's still not going to reach. He's not going to reach him, because he'd have to get around here. So that's pretty smart on Kami's part. As GFIs were potentially unnecessary, and the way his luck's been going, who's to say another tripwire wasn't going to be in his near future anyway?
Five for me to eat.
Now the question is, does he score and so he could maybe try to win 2-2, or does he, or 2-1 rather, or does he try to stall? Stall for the tie. Chorf might not have enough time to move down the pitch, though. 4 turns for Chorf to score? I don't know. Yeah, big slippery play is right. Huge. That was a huge banana peel. Have to save some ones for him. That's smart. You're right. You're absolutely right, Kami. You've had more than enough ones. Although that tripwire was a perfect time for that to hit. Pendrados.
If ever I saw one.
Rename your team, folks. Can I just say that? Rename your team. If he did rename his team and he listens to this and he's like, but that's what I named him, I apologize. But if he didn't rename him, rename your team. Yep, looks like he's going to try. Now I expect he's going to try to dodge out with his, because that's his break tackle piece, so he'll be able to go around and at least get a base on him.
Yeah, smells like a good old-fashioned fight.
There's the break tackle coming into play.
I like this. The dung is about to hit the fan.
But Kami only needs 1 assist because of horns. He just needs to get one other body on the Bull Centaur, and then he can horns blitz and get himself, especially if it knocks him down, he can then move laterally, putting himself completely again out of range of these Chaos Dwarf blockers, especially if he picks them up, because they've got maximum 6 movement, so that put them right around here, I think he can get his Pestigore here. So it'll be interesting to see what he chooses to do there. Looks like we're probably going to see another block on, yep, this time another 1-die, just to push.
That could have been worse.
I tell you, I'd like to see a surf. I'd like to see a surf on this this bull centaur. Who wants to see a surf? If you want to see in the surf in the chat, just type surf, and then I'll know that you want to see a surf. I mean, we all want to see it. I mean, come on, let's be honest.
That'll help the player move without risk.
Now he's got it. Now he's freed up. So now Commander Zug can either blitz off the ball carrier, leaving the Pestigore and his movement wide open, so he can put himself right there. There it is, and dub skulls. There's a reroll, and wow. All he needed was a push, ladies and gentlemen, but he wasn't counting on his luck being so incredibly shit this game that it wasn't going to matter. Now we better see a surf. Yes, Q Beach Boys. I want to see an anger surf now. He's not out of the woods. He still has an agility 3, so he could still dodge out and then go round the bend here and up and over. But it's going to be much harder to score. He really needed literally anything but a both down or a skull there would have been the answer he needed. Literally anything. There's dodge, and there he is. Yep, going around the bend. Now, will we see him? He can't score, so I don't expect him to waste that GFI because he's not really out of position. But because this character has the, there it is. Okay, he has break tackle, so I expect him to try to have to get another body on Rotten Bull, because break tackle is going to be nothing for him to break free and then rack the hell out of that, out of this Pestigore.
A snotling baked in
But
a
man,
pie
that's rough.
Actually,
Yes, exactly. Break tackle. Break tackle is a rough thing to deal with. But I mean, let's see this surf. We want to see the surf, right? Yes, yes.
You know, a fence may solve this problem of players being equalized. Just
Of course, no damage whatsoever, even with the straight injury roll. Only gets a 7. I can see him dodging this Pestigore out to try to get him to... I mean, I don't know. It's break tackle, so... Maybe dodge with Sluggo and then put him here. Because then he'd have to do it twice, right? Does break tackle trigger each time? It wouldn't trigger from the second tackle zone, right? Well, he tried. And of course, he got another 1. Let's not be surprised, because it looks like he probably would have tried to move that guy up and put them here, because then even with the break tackle, he would have had to get out, or he would have had to run through another zone. So now he's gonna need a miracle. Maybe we'll get dub skulls and then a skull re-rolling. Maybe we'll get quad skulls. Who knows? The game is thrown in a ridiculous amount of ones. You know. So Kami's still in pretty good position to potentially score to tie it up, though. Even if he gets a hit on the Pestigore and loses the ball, he will be able to potentially, you know, as long as the ball stays down there and he only has to deal with a couple of players because these players are tied up, the advantage could still swing to him to at least try to pull the tie up. So yep, there it is right there.
That's a dangerous place to be.
There it is. Gets the dodge. Oh, his Pestigore has dodge. Oh, snap! Sweet sassy Molassy. I did not realize that Pestigore had dodge. Folks, that is why they don't pay me to commentate Blood Bowl. This is interesting. Very interesting. Oh, he's going. Oh, ooh. Doesn't matter though. All Kami needs to do is get one player free, so he can base Silver Sword because he does not have guard, and then he can Horns Blitz a 1-die to push off, follow up, and then run, and then use his dodge. So he can still score. It's going to be tricky, but it's by no means impossible. Yeah, because actually it would be smarter to get a base. Well, actually, you don't even need a base because he's strength 3. So even this would even be a 1-die 4 to 3 because he would give him an assist. So 1-die backwards on this guy hopefully knocks him down and then just fly the coop. But he could probably get another player free in order to make that more advantageous for him. Because he's got 2 heads over here, so he could dodge his 2-headed piece to base, horns blitz backwards, follow up, and then go into the end zone. Or go or forwards, whatever you want to do. He wants to throw the block on him. I get it. But it'd only be a 1-die, right? Because that's a 4 to a strength 4 with an assist and an assist, so it would just be a 1. He's got the reroll though. So.
That's quite nice. Even Cinch.
Oh, that was smart, pushing up his Pestigore like that. I like it. He still would have to dodge away from that movement. Interesting. He's got himself quite a pickle here. Oh, finally! Did we see an injury? On the Chorf team. Oh, he went in the opposite direction, which was smart. Oh, that's right. I didn't forget he could base him, and then that would... and then it also functions to tie him up. Yeah, Kami is very smart. Now the question is, does he just score? He's really thinking about, should he just score? Just score makes the time much more likely. But he's leaving Predator 3 turns with, I mean, Chorf, they're slow scorers. So... He's thinking about it. Well, now he's not going to score because it's going to require a GFI. He did not need to do that. If he was going to score, I feel like he wouldn't have done that. Interesting.
And another try bites the dust.
There's another 1 for the collection. Nice, rags to riches. Yep, I expected that. Yeah, that Chorf ain't going nowhere now. Pretty solid turn for Kami. This guy's not going anywhere. This guy, even if he breaks... I mean, he still can just break tackle and swoop right around, though. I don't know that I would have stalled. But then again... Like I said, he still has pieces. Even if he does get the blitz, knocks the Pestigore down, where does the ball go? He'll have an unbased Hans Sphincter who can just pick the ball up and score. So, or a Pestigore, if he doesn't get stunned or knocked out, pick the ball up and score. So, Kami's definitely seems like he wants to make sure that he burns up that the clock, so there's no possible chance for a 2-1. Yes, the bull can reach, but again, as I explained, it's not that big of a deal, I don't think, because he's still going to have a person who could potentially pick the ball up.
Can the player force possession
And there you go.
the ball holder?
And dodge, ladies and gentlemen. Is he going to dodge him right into the end zone? Is he going to dodge him into the end zone? I think he's going to dodge him into the end zone. What do we think? We think he's going to dodge him into the end zone? No, he doesn't dodge him into the end zone. Very interesting. Well, I guess that makes sense, because he only has 2 turns left. He probably thinks he can't score on 2 turns with Chorf. Yeah, I agree, Midway. I probably would have end zoned him, because I feel like now he's definitely going to score, and you're still going to be left with 2 turns. So I guess he's letting him decide, and he's hoping that with the luck that Kami's had as of yet, it won't matter. He's going for the win, and he's hoping for Kami's crappy luck to continue. Yeah, they can, but I don't know that that's likely, especially against Nurgle. You know,
Disadvantage
with
is
all that. Oh,
obvious.
look at that!
I
Just
wouldn't
throwing
trust them.
disrespectful red dice, getting the pow and the stumble. Nana peels. Wah, wah.
I wasn't expecting that. And by the look, there will
And
be
it's an
fun.
injury.
Dwarves is that they can
Wow.
cause all kinds of
Wow. But
disease
no long-term
and
effects.
different
And it fails.
mutations to one's
And it
skin.
fails. So,
Yeah, diseases like, death. Just because the final whistle's about to blow, doesn't mean we can't finish on a few fatalities.
I think we'll see him base base Marnock Rottenbull with Hans Sphincter, and then you'll see him Horns Blitz again. Because now, if he gets him down with that Horns Blitz and then moves all the way to the corner, I don't think the Centaur will have the movement. Because he'll be reduced by 3. Yeah, he might just be 1 away, maybe.
That's it. Force them back and then pow!
Because these guys ain't getting there.
Maybe better dodging out of the way rather
There it
than
is.
blocking Bob.
No, Jim. Strike first, run later. That's always been my...
Yeah, if he goes to the final tile here, he can't be hit. Rotten Bull can't hit him. Oh, and he just goes for the score. All right, we've got a heck of a pretty remarkable for Kami to pull that score out after losing his Beast of Nurgle like that. That was a hell of a drive. Oh, great, we get to see. Do both teams have disgusting orc cheerleaders? What the fuck? Seriously. So it looks like after week 1, depending is right now we've got in our Ancient Empires division, Blake was able to defeat Rocky is Back in a 3-1 matchup with his the Boys Orc team beating the Warp Firestones, and you can check that match out on our YouTube. That's Knuckle Be Praised YouTube. We don't have an official vanity URL for our YouTube yet because we have less than 100 subscribers. We only have about 40 subscribers. So if everybody could create 2 and 3 different Google names and subscribe to Knuckle Be Praised so that we can get 100. Once we get 100, we can rename the vanity URL to be YouTube/Knuckle Be Praised. So anybody want to do that, that would be great. I'm probably just going to pay some company to, in Cambodia or something to farm the clicks so we can get those 100 subscribers, but I'm a little low on bread right now, so I won't be doing that anytime soon. So, big defense here. I fully expect Kami to just hang back, and we're going to see what happens. 2 turns left, and anything can happen. Yes, a riot absolutely can change things. So we'll see about that. We'll see what happens there. But I'll take this opportunity to plug nbp-pro.com again, even though I'm pretty certain most of the people here are involved in Knuckle Be Praised. It's never good. We do occasionally get a couple new people from the Twitch stream here, so I will plug that again as I want to do. This is our Season 6, Week 1 Ardent Followers Conference with the Ancient Empires Division. So, pretty good stuff. Or is it Noble Fanatics? I don't know. It's one of them. NFC is English, right? AFC is US? Somebody chime in the chat there and help me out. I think this is the Noble Fanatics. So, and the... I know it's the Ancient Empires Division. So, again, they don't pay me, folks. So, sometimes I don't know everything without having an intern to put a piece of paper in front and tell me something. Now, it looks like... Okay, there we are. I was going to say, he couldn't leave his Bull Centaurs back that far and expect to somehow score. So... Interesting. And he has no rerolls left, folks. So the Booty Butt Pirates, sure hands or not, But let's see what they can do with no rerolls. I don't think you should be allowed to... Oh, okay. Never mind. Just crap in my mouth again. Kami with the short kick again. But kind of brilliant. Because now, if that centaur moves to get it, he can't hand off to that other centaur. He's going to have to pass. That was a genius kick. I mean, he could pick it up with this centaur and then use all his GFIs to go forward, but gotta say, pretty heads-up veteran move by Kami right there to kick away from the two centaurs, and he's gonna have to do some sort of passing chicanery in order to get that off.
They've grabbed the ball. A wise move, as it's quite fun.
And he's conveniently out one square outside of the disturbing presence. So... Oh, it was dumb luck. Alright. Dumb luck is the best kind of luck. Burns that reroll. Nope. Nope.
They're right there. All you had to do was throw it.
Wow. Well, that's all she wrote, folks. It is going to be a 1-1 tie. One turn left. The Bull Centaur does not have the movement to get to score. So, great game. Kami now has some opportunity to do some cripplage. Dalt chiming in with the no! Develop the field first. Yes, the axiom when it comes to Blood Bowl is, of course, to always take your least risky actions followed by your more risky actions in that order. As strategy allows. Sometimes you have to take a risky action in order to open up an unrisky action. And of course, when we all have the benefit of hindsight and 2020, we think we can just we think we know what's best. But really, when you're in the game and you're in the trenches trying to coach one of these games, it's a whole other matter than trying to theory bowl from the sidelines. So it looks like Kami is just going to be content to pull his pieces back, maybe get a hit the Nurgle on a Chaos Dwarf, because he does not want to deal with any more Claw. Oh, he gets an injury! Of course, when it doesn't matter, folks, he gets an injury. Oh, a miss next game! That's huge on his guard piece. What is he going to get? Is he going to get substitutes? Miss next game. That is huge. That's a Chaos, that's a guard piece that's going to be missing in a divisional matchup next week. Well, it's the final turns, and now all he can do is punitive things. So he's definitely going to go after that beat. Are we going to definitely going to see a turn 16 salt foul against that Beast of Nurgle? No question, no question. If that Beast of Nurgle goes on the ground, he is fouling him. The turn 16 foul is it's sweet tradition here in MVP, and really in Blood Bowl in general. Well, maybe he's not going to. He's got enough pieces to, though. Oh, foul appearance! Now he has to waste his blitz. Now he's got to blitz him. I tell you, foul appearance has been pretty reliable. Most of the ones that Predator has gotten have been foul appearances. So he may not have had a lot of failing actions, but foul appearance happening a number of times. Ladies and gentlemen, foul appearance followed by foul appearance. We are not going to see a turn 16 foul as we see back-to-back foul appearances. And another one, look, and the pickup was one. That was 3 ones. This game had 2 different instances of 3 ones. Okay, that's 4 ones. 4 ones in a... Okay, that wasn't in a row. There was a movement between that. But, come on, this game had 2 different instances of 3 ones in a row. Can we talk about the RNG now? I understand it's probably just confirmation bias, but that just seems questionable. So there it is, folks. Another great NBP game in the books. Season 6, Week 1. Excellent matchup. The Scumdogs of the Universe pull the tie out against the Booty Butt Pirates. Let's take a look at the totals here. 10 armor breaks to 11 armor breaks. Wow, that's epically even. 2 expulsions to none, owing to the 2 out of 3 failed fouls. 1 touchdown, 1 successful pass to no successful pass. Ball possession, the Scumdogs had it half the time. The Booty Butt Pirates only possessed the ball 25% of the time. The 1 pass, 48 blocks succeeded to 48 blocks succeeded. 2 knockouts, 3 injuries versus 2 injuries, 0 knockouts. We had 1 kill inflicted, but it was rezzed away. So good to see how they update that to make that not really be a kill. Double the amount of running for the Scumdogs. So pretty good there. And we look at the numbers here, pretty even. From an SPP total, the Scumdogs were able to it's pretty even. Looks like 11 was at 14 versus 7, 9. Wow, really even game there. Let's take a look at those dice rolls. So 24 ones for the Booty Butt Pirates, 31 sixes. Kami had less ones, 17 to 22. He rolled less dice, but his ones came at the worst possible times. And then we look at both teams there, which I don't know why you would like to look at that unless that's just the entirety of the dice log. So that does it, folks. I'm going to take a look at here, and let's see. Told you I was saving some for Pred. Good game. Thank you very much, Jim Sardonic, for the shout out there with the good Kong. I do what I try to do good here, folks. I'm improving every game, so hopefully just bear with me, and I'll learn a little bit more about the names of the conferences and where they are, and I won't forget. I need to write things down. But I want to thank both our coaches, Kami Cozy and Predator 1460, for this great matchup. I'd also like to thank everybody for tuning in for another great match here at nbp-pro.com. I think Season 6 is really going to be one for the record books. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, and remember to always praise Nuffle.